But we start off with Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel here on Capitol Hill with me. With the latest on this afternoon's big meeting, we are keeping an eye on that meeting, the doors, and when the president speaks, he's expected to speak after that meeting. We'll bring you those remarks. Busy day up here, Mike. Good evening.
Good evening to you. No question about it. President Trump pushing House Republicans to get this done, pass an immigration reform plan this week. Fox has learned that this compromise bill that the House leadership has crafted would take steps to address the parent and child being separated at the border issue, what's become the critical topic here on Capitol Hill.
If you happen to be a poor person, we're going to yank that baby out of the mother's arms.
Democrats blasting President Trump and his administration for blaming Congress over parents being separated from their children.
Well, that's just a load of crap. I mean, really, it's just wrong. I mean, give me a break. Everybody knows that. And this is not a time for lying and mendacity. It's a time for being honorable.
Senate Republican leaders are hopeful they can address that one narrow issue as soon as this week.
We're going to fix the problem. The president says we need to act. The Democrats say we need to act, and we say we need to act. So when that happens, we act.
Yet the Senate Democratic leader says the president should handle it.
Mr. President, I'll lend you my pen. Any pen. You can fix it yourself.
Republican Senator Orrin Hatch is circulating a letter among his colleagues calling for a pause on family separations until Congress has time to pass a legislative fix. Hatch argues families should not have to suffer while Congress takes the time to get this done right. Border state Republicans say the answer is handling the families in a sympathetic way.
What we need to do is enforce the law, but to do so in a way that keeps families together and is a humane and compassionate way to deal with what is admittedly a complex problem. But not enforcing the law is not an option, at least for me.
On that front, there's at least some bipartisan agreement.
If you detain him as a family unit. If you send one back, you send them all back.
But the Senate Judiciary Chairman says President Trump must be on board with any legislative fix on immigration.
The leader will not bring up any immigration bills that the administration is not committed to signing. So even if we got 60 votes and the president won't sign it, I don't think it's going to come up.
Even in unrelated hearings, this issue remains the dominant topic.
Are you not shaken by the voices and faces of these children torn away from their families?
Of course I am, but I'm also shaken by the stories I hear about parents dragging their little kids through the desert.
Are you aware of
through cartel-controlled territory?
There's also a political component which could put Democrats up for re-election in red states in jeopardy. All Senate Democrats have signed on to a bill offered by California's Dianne Feinstein, who admits it would not allow arrests within 100 miles of the border.
If that bothers Susan, we'll take it out. That's easy.
And in a House oversight hearing, the panel's top Democrat made this emotional appeal.
We need you to join us in telling him that we reject this mean policy.
The timing of all this heading into midterm campaign season makes it a red-hot political issue, and Brett, as you know, not easy to solve.
Right, and just back to that Feinstein bill, I mean, it doesn't really have a chance of getting through, but politically for Joe Donnelly of Indiana and Heidi Heitkamp and Jon Tester and all of these red state Democrats who are up for re-election to sign on to that bill, that's potentially politically jeopardizing.
No question about it. I've talked to Republican sources who say they think these Democrat senators were looking for an exit ramp from this issue. They grabbed the first thing they could find and didn't read the fine print, and it'll be interesting to see how much this is played over and over again going into November.
In those races. Mike, thanks.
Thank you.